Hey everybody, it's Shakira. Welcome back to Glow Beauty Wellness, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make these delicious roasted Yukon Gold potatoes, as well as this amazing cabbage, low-calorie, full of flavor dish. And we're going to start with half of a head of cabbage here. I actually made this earlier in the week for one of my clients, and it is so easy, low calorie, so it's perfect for weight loss. And so that's why we're using half of the cabbage head. So you want to just chop this into bite-sized pieces and toss it into a pot, as you see here, which I've already put some broth in there just to speed this thing along. The next thing you're going to want to do is add a can of red tomatoes and then a can of dark red kidney beans. You can totally use whatever beans that you want. I am using these, and you can also opt for fresh tomatoes if you want, but I'm being lazy today. So we're gonna pour the contents of both cans into our pot here, juice and all. This is gonna help create more juice for our cabbage dish. We're also going to add half an onion and put that into the pot, and I went ahead and put that on the stove so they could start to warm through before we add our spices. Next, we're going to chop up our potatoes. Now you can use whatever potatoes you like, but I happen to like these because they get nice and soft but crunchy on the outside still. Using the smallest amount of avocado oil here, just so that our potatoes do not stick to the pan. We are now going to heavily season our potatoes. We are going to use some Mrs. Dash, just a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, cracked black pepper, and then we are also going to use some onion powder. You can also use garlic powder. I love garlic and onion powder. I feel like it adds to the crunch of the potatoes. And so this is it. The oven is preheated on 400 degrees, and I'm just going to bake until crispy, which is usually around 30 minutes or so. Next, let's go ahead and prep our beautiful parsley. I love parsley. We're going to use this to add into our cabbage later on. Now that our cabbage has been cooking a little bit, we're going to go in with a nice helping of, that is nutritional yeast. I just love the flavor of nutritional yeast, so just adding a whole bunch of that. And then we are adding the rest of the smoked paprika, which I loved. It's kind of like sweet and smoky. And then a generous amount of onion powder again. We are adding cumin, which gives it another just hint of flavor, which I love just using spices to make my meals interesting. A little cracked black pepper, and this is what it looks like, you guys, after it's been stewing a little bit. You see the juices are starting to break down the cabbage, and then I added a little bit of parsley. And then once it starts boiling like this is when you're going to want to put the pot on a low simmer so that things can start breaking down. You just want to make sure everything is down in the juices here, and make sure you taste as you are halfway through. That way you can adjust your flavor. Here is the boil that we want things to come to, and then we will go ahead and put it on a medium low just to finish cooking through. We want those we want the cabbage to be really translucent, and we want those beans to be broken down a little more, at least I do. And then this is the way we want those potatoes to look. So freaking delicious. Soft on the inside, crunchy on the outside, just how a potato should be. So this is the amazing finished product of our cabbage, nice and translucent. I actually ended up adding all of that parsley at the end after everything was said and done, and but this is a cute way you can garnish. And this is your completed meal. You have your potatoes, you have your nutrient dense cabbage, cooked cabbage with a little protein with the beans, your parsley, and it's just so delicious. I thank you all so much for watching. Let me know if you try it, and I'll see you in the next video.